Subject today, internal reforms in Ukraine. I think a look back in history does not help us because the situation today is a new situation. Ukraine is not in a situation of a post-communist transition. We could call it a post-communist transition. But in the last 20 years, a political system has established itself in Ukraine, which has not been communism. But at the same time, it has not been a democracy in the idea of an EU democracy. And when Ukraine joined the Council of Europe almost 20 years ago, there was a clear commitment to move towards a system that would conform to those standards of the Council of Europe. But if we look at that period, I think the commitment was lukewarm or absent. There was a lot of lacking political will. And I find it very instructive to look at the documentation that since then the Council of Europe has produced. The Venice Commission, for example, has written thousands of pages analyzing legislation from Ukraine. And it looks like a broken record. You always hear the same tune, and it is that essential steps of reforms have not been taken, and that the system has established itself that is too concentrated, that mixes political power and economic power. And I think there's a theory in the science of organization, which is called passive resistance. It's the idea that you never say no, but actually you do many things to avoid doing what you're committed to do. And I think the last 2 decades are a story of passive resistance to the real reforms. And the hope that I think one can have now is that you have shown a year ago how you have broken active, hard, brutal resistance. And I think the challenge now is to overcome the soft, passive resistance that says yes, but maybe first we have to do something else, and then we have to do something else. And there are complicated reasons that we cannot do this or that. And I think if we, as an organization, can be supportive in this, we are very happy. We are very glad to work together with our partners from Taras Shevchenko University, the reanimation package for reforms. We're very grateful for the support from Norway in this whole project. And the idea of our project is to try to keep an eye on the essential aspects of these reforms. So we are not here to advise in detail on legal drafting or anything like that. It's clear that there's huge expertise here. As was said before, a lot of good things have been drafted and discussed. The question is more now, I think, a matter of how. How are these reforms, the direction of which are very clear, how are they adopted and then implemented? And I think we are also concerned that we keep the European perspective and the Euro-Ukrainian perspective together, because we have seen in the past a lot how opinions issued by the Venice Commission or others were used to try to divide the ideas of reforms. And we consider it very important that there's a certain cohesion in this debate. So,